Okay guys, we are back with a new video and this time it is on the Fiesta, as you can see here. Today we're doing disc and pads. Don't know if you can see them on the floor, just over there. So we're going to get this jacked up and get it in a position where it's safe first and then crack on with the discs and pads. I've already loosened off the cap at the front in the engine bay, and now it's time to loosen up the wheels, jack it up and get going. So as you can see, it is backed up and put on two axle stands either side. The wheels are loosened off with wood at the front and, not gonna lie, some gym weights, but I ain't gonna move. Now time to get the two wheels off and get those rear brakes done at the back. Okay, so as you can see, they are pretty rusty and yeah, need changing. So now it's time to get the caliper. Okay, memory card ran out, but here we go. So we've got the 15 on front, followed by the 13 behind. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit stiff, but just give it a whack and it will finally go. If not, try and find something that will leverage it. Okay, there we go. It can be a little bit fiddly just behind with the handbrake cable there. You can just unhook that, just put it forward, just slightly unhook it back. Eventually I do that. I'm not doing it right now, but I will. You will see it. It will happen. Right, one bolt. And what I'm going to do is actually take out the brakes. Actually put the bolts in there so I do not lose them. There's one. Again, do the same at the bottom. That's at 13. There it is. Okay. Again. Right. And that should just, actually I don't think it's going to pop off. Okay, so probably not the right way of doing it, but I have used a screwdriver to pull it off. Because it's literally not budging at all. So okay, and let me pull this off. I have actually snapped just the bolt there, so I'm gonna have to try and drill that out and put a new bolt in when it comes to finishing. But so far, as you can see, the pads are actually completely stuck at the minute. So let's get this off now. Yes, to clarify, the handbrake is actually off, but the handbrake bracket at the back there is actually pretty stiff. I do end up loosening it off, but I actually think there's something going on with that bit there. Wow, that took some effort to get off. That's the inside pad. Yeah. As you can see, this one doesn't even want to come out. There we go. Again, completely had it. So there's that. Now time to actually undo these two bolts and put out the disc. You see other YouTubers like skipping the parts that are not easy. I'm not skipping them parts. Like, some of this is actually harder to get off than what other people may seem like in videos. Like, I watch videos just to be able to do this job. You may be watching this to be able to do a job or just follow my journey. But as you can see, like, it's not just always straightforward as, you know, it's made out to be. Okay, so here I've actually gone to get an electric screwdriver ratchet, because I still at this point cannot get it undone. So I go to get that and then realize I need to change to a long bar so I can actually get the leverage on it that I need. I think we can now use this one. Okay. Okay, so it took way longer than I actually needed, but we have now, I say, loosened them so I can get in here with this. So yeah, this one is coming undone. Bottom one, need to pry bar a little bit more with this top one. Okay. Okay. They are now off. Let's put those in there as well. Okay. And that comes out just like that. And what I'm going to do is just give that a bit of a clean. Okay. So that's now off. Both moving freely, so that's fine. And then the caliper itself. Rest that on there. and one disc off. One new brake pad, disc even. So I'm just going to make sure that it is at least look right. Okay. Now what I want to do before putting that on is actually give some of this an actual right. What I'm going to do somewhere that can sit. There we go. Just bounce it right there. Quick wipe over. One new brake. Really hoping that's the same size, so let's just check that. Yeah, same size. Okay. So now got the new one on. I need to just move this out of the way, so we're going to just balance it on there. We'll do. See, leaving the line not to have tension on it. Then what we need to do is put this back on. So I've given it a good clean around, and now I'm just going to place that back on. Let me just okay. Okay, now we're just going to put those two bolts in that were an absolute pain to undo. Okay, let's get that 13 back on. Give that a tighten. So those two are now back on, which then bring us to the actual pads right here. So just gonna line them up, make sure they are exactly the same. Yep. And I'll show you the difference on these. If you are liking this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment if you think I can do anything better or any advice. I will always take feedback. Okay, Here's the new ones, and just to give you a comparison, this is them. I mean, there's still a bit of life on them, but they've had it. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got some copper grease, and I'm literally just gonna put like the tiniest amount just on these bits where they move without actually touching the disc. It's honestly not a lot on this at all. Making sure not to touch with the skin anyway. So there's them, that's on, and then we're just gonna put these in with a lot more copper grease. Obviously, make sure not to put it on the actual bit that's got the brake on. So, by all means, this is not a tutorial. Obviously, I am learning. So, if you're wondering why I end up checking the brakes and checking the pads, is because when we went to Euro Parts to get the parts, they actually gave us the wrong ones twice. So they gave us a Ford Focus, and they gave us Fiesta, I think it was a Mark 6 off the top of my head. Anyway, making sure they are in. You can see one in. Now let's do the other one on the rear side. Again, applying copper grease, making sure I'm not touching the actual spot. Right. Making sure that's all the way in there. I forgot one step, and I know you guys would have picked up on it. If you haven't already commented, I know I forgot to wind back the piston, which we're going to do right now. Okay, now we're going to use the wind back tool, as you can see here, to wind this back, which I should have done earlier, but totally forgot. So let's see. Now for these 2 bolts. So one at the top there, and then one down the bottom here. That took longer than actually needed. Again, back with your 15 and what's that, 13? Yep, it was a 13. So I'm not doing them completely tight right now. Oh, that one out. If it will come out, come on, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then the bottom. Right, and that is loosely done at the minute. Yeah. And then for me, if you can see, I just need to hook back up what will be a hand. There we go. And that should be moving a lot freely now. That's all done. And we have brakes are turning. Obviously they need to bed in. That is one side done. Now to do the other side. Hopefully it'll be quicker now because I know what I'm doing. Or at least I kind of know what I'm doing. I will come back to you when I've done the other side. Wheel back on this side. Okay, now for the other side. So right now, yes, I am a mess, as you can see, but this is kind of state of play right now. Is like this. On this side, not that you're going to be able to see, down there, part of the housing for the caliper has, the bolt has snapped. Even though I put WD-40 on it, it still snapped. So now it's going to be a case of ordering a new caliper housing for the driver's side. So that's where we're at. I will be back when we have the new caliper. So it's actually a few days later and we had to go and get some new tools. So I'm just going to show you what I got, and I'm going to go outside and try and get that bolt off now and then deal with the snap bolt. So this is what I had to go and buy: 2013s, the adapters, and these to actually get the screw out. So hopefully they will, or bolts I say. And then we also need to find a bolt to go in. So let's go see if we can get that housing off. So we've got it off, and as you can see, that one's out. This one has snapped off. So we are going to clamp this, try and drill that out, and see what happens. If not, we do have one on order that can be sent like next day. So let's see if we can get that out first and go from there. So yeah, I got some dirt on my face, but Never done this before. We're going to try and get this nail out right now, and I'll show you guys how I'm doing it. Hopefully it's okay to be doing it this way. If not, it is what it is, and let's just hope that it comes out.
Yeah, this is how I move. This is how I move. Hey, yeah. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. Whip it fast to the dash. I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. Whip it fast to the dash. I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. Whip it fast to the dash. I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. I'm moving on my toes with the tools to take it so. I ain't cool with all these hoes, but I'm cruising on the road. These stories that I told, there's no glory for your soul. Trying to get the pot of gold, but I do it on the low. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. Whip it fast to the dash. I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. Now we sliding through some obstacles, flying somewhere tropical. Burn a cock, then we popping you. All these thotties on top of you. Lightning, thunder is shocking you. Now they claim that they stopping you. The cause is not probable. They off, so they mocking you. Handcuffs, they're locking you. Feds looking, they clocking you. Now you feeling crazy, but you paranoid and grip your 80. Cause the cops are moving shady, and they killing babies. Trying to play me through in my direction, and they almost grazed me. This is how I move. I don't never lose.
Many months later.
I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. With the fast to the dash, I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. With the fast to the dash, I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. Fly to the Mayweather to go always way better. Move like MacGyver with lions and tiger shooters and sniper apes and gorillas mixed with killers. If they try to drill us, then they better kill us. Cause I'm with some good fellas. I will take your leather and break your feathers, bitch. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. With the fast to the dash, I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose. You can make the news, get the eyes and ooze. With the fast to the dash, I don't never cruise. I'm forever cool. I got some zombies just popping mollies inside the party and sleeping lobbies. There is no hobby, no saying sorry. Some drug abusers, some call them losers. So their confusion is pollution and prostitution. The constitution, it fails them, there's no solution. Nobody bails them, what's the conclusion? When this is a life you're choosing, no sleeping snoozing. They steady cruising to a life that's useless. I don't like excuses. This is how I move. I don't never lose. I don't pick and choose.
Finally got it out. Oh my god. But I do think I've damaged some of the thread. Don't know if you can fully see that. You're gonna have to see. So we finally have this side on as well. Yeah. So now to get the wheel back on and pump the brakes and then put the cap back on. So let's go. And that is the final video for today on the Fiesta. I am going to do a part 2 for the handbrake because it's not as easy as you would think. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the next video. See you guys. Peace out.